everyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our Ability Pack News recap of the week. It is Saturday, February the 6th. And where did January go? February's already kind of starting at the same pace. As we share the stories, or as I share these stories that we covered today, they will be posted in the YouTube channel description for the video. I have links for you to read, share these articles. Please take time yourself to read them. Try to put a filter on just some of the biggest stories that I feel that need to be discussed and shared. So the first news story that I want to share today is comes from the Daily Mail, and it's titled "A Woman with Asperger's Syndrome Who Shared Touching Video of Her Dog Helping Her Cope is Shot Dead by Police Officers After Suicide Call." The young lady, her name was Danielle Jacobs, and Danielle suffered with Asperger's, and very troubling story. It was, as I read through it and did some more research, it just became very obvious to me that there was a lack of really training, a lot of awareness in regards to handling or helping someone with a disability. And I say that with no offense to police officers. I respect the police officers, departments, and the authorities, them putting themselves in harm's way on a daily basis. But also with that comes great responsibility. And as I read further into the story and listened to an actual police officer, covering it to the news media, it just kind of became apparent to me, on a few things. One, Danielle was very well known in the community. Second, they knew exactly the scenario that they were responding to. Someone that was an attempted suicide. She was creating no harm to the community, to the public, but apparently what transpired was that as they were approaching her in the bedroom, she lunged at one of the officers with a knife, and that's when she was shot and killed. Now, based upon pictures of Danielle, it looks like she couldn't have weighed more than 100 pounds, and I don't know how intimidating that would have been. I think one of the things that upset me the most was hearing the officer talk about the whole situation that had transpired, and he went on to claim and state that the people that responded were specially trained in helping people with disability and suicide, these things that were happening. But then he also went on in the same statement to say that she was shot and killed while one of the officers was going to the vehicle to retrieve a less lethal means of subduing her or helping her. So to me, it's like, if they were trained in that, wouldn't they have known to just, bring that with them into the scenario, not, instantly drawing their weapon? That should have been the first move, would be to, okay, let's go into this scenario. Let's think what we need to bring in. I know that there's plenty of stun gun. There's, plenty of other ways that could have been to prevent this from happening. So this needs to be a wake-up call to the disability community, that in our communities we have to advocate for more education, more awareness with police officers. The explosion of those with disabilities is just tremendous right now as young adults, and we need to prevent things like this from happening again. Please take time, read the article. Please share it with your family and friends. And we probably need to have a national discussion around this very topic. The next story I want to cover comes from the National Disability Institute. And this past winter, Congress and the administration passed it was called H.R. 2029. And basically what it covered was the ABLE Act, which ABLE stands for Achieving Better Life Experience. And basically what ABLE does is allow savings accounts to be set up for those with disabilities, but it does not harm their effect to draw disability income. So these are accounts that parents, grandparents can set aside for a disabled person. So this is a big win for the disability community. Now, what Congress and the president did was to take that a step forward, and understanding that some states are a little bit lagging behind as far as getting this accomplished in each state. So the administration removed the barrier that would prevent families from opening up ABLE accounts in other states. In other words, if you live in Illinois and Indiana is offering ABLE accounts, but Illinois isn't, then you can go to Indiana and to get an ABLE account set up. So this is a big win. The reason why I wanted to share this link was two reasons. Is that this is something that a lot of states right now have in their state offices, passing legislation. So a lot of states are doing the right thing and getting their own ABLE accounts set up. But in this video, there's also two links in here. The first video is titled is 10 Things You Must Know About ABLE Accounts. And the second one's called ABLE Account Planning, 6 Steps for 2015. So just to help educate, get people familiar with ABLE accounts, posted the link for you. And again, we do applaud the efforts of Congress and the President to get this passed in terms of eliminating that barrier wall regarding residency for ABLE accounts. The next story I posted up comes from Jason's Connection. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with Jason's Connection or not, but Jason, he's on Facebook and also on Twitter. You can follow him there as well. But he wrote a very good article that I wanted to share. And the title of the article is The Wounded Nonprofit, Letting the Bottom Line Control Charity. And in this article, Jason just goes on to point out that with having a nonprofit organization, there's certain responsibilities that come with that. Making sure that you're donating an adequate amount of the funds that are generated to help those that you service versus lavish offices and trips and conferences, and then also thinking about it in the terms of CEO pay. Do nonprofits necessarily have to have a CEO earning over $1 million a year? All those things need to be taken into consideration. So obviously Jason does it a lot more eloquently in his article that he posted. Definitely gives us some things to think about as we think of terms of charities and who we donate to. There is a responsibility for those nonprofits to make sure again that they're transparent to their employees and their funders and other groups that they support. So great article. And again, click on the link because it also has in there on the web page for Jason's Connection. It does have the icon so that you can follow him on social media as well. And the last story we're going to discuss today is if you're in the Los Angeles area, this weekend, it started on Friday, is the Ability Expo. And the Ability Expo is just basically covers everything in terms of workshops, fun events for disability awareness. This is a conference that they do annually, and it's at the Los Angeles Convention Center. But the also reason I wanted to share this as far as this Ability Expo, because I really think that this would be a great thing for each state to have. The nonprofit organizations put together an expo like this with, medical professionals, with education, with workshops. Have a fun annual event to bring the disability community together to network, to learn. There's a lot of great things that organizations and individuals are doing. And I think as a community, if we share those as best practices, how much time could we save for others? So whether it's education reform or housing, how much more could we get accomplished if someone has a process or program that they're doing it in versus some other state or person having to reinvent the wheel? What if those best practices were brought together to shared to make positive impact for all of the community? So I'll post a link there. Again, thank you for taking the time to listen to our Ability PAC News recap of the week. I'll put the links to us. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter. Also, please, if you can, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll try to do this on a weekly basis. And again, also, if this message resonates with you, please share this with family and friends. So thank you so much. Everyone have a great weekend. Take care.